Remember why Trump was permanently suspended? Twitter actually issued a blog post originally when they banned him, and this is what they said. After close review of recent tweets from the real Donald Trump account and the context around them, specifically how they are being received and interpreted on and off Twitter, that part is so bananas to me. So bananas. So Trump says something, and if someone interprets it off Twitter differently than Trump intends, well, Trump's still going to be punished for it. Wow, bananas. Twitter says, we have permanently suspended the account due to the risk of future incitement of violence. So they don't even claim that he incited violence, just they claim they want to prevent it, mitigate that risk. Unreal. They say in the context of the horrific events this week, we made it clear on Wednesday that additional violations of the Twitter rules would potentially result in this very course of action. Our public interest framework exists to enable the public to hear from elected officials and world leaders directly. It is built on a principle that the people have a right to hold power to account in the open. They then say, we assess the 2 tweets referenced above under our glorification of violence policy, which aims to prevent the glorification of violence that could inspire others to replicate violent acts, and determined that they were highly likely to encourage and inspire people to replicate the criminal acts that took place at the U.S. Capitol on January 6th. I would love to see their entire standard for how they determined that tweets were likely to cause replication of acts of violence. They say the determination is based on a number of factors, including President Trump's statement that he will not be attending the inauguration is being received by a number of his supporters as further confirmation that the election was not legitimate and is seen as him disavowing his previous claim made via 2 tweets. Okay, so let's just stop for a second. Tons of Democrats Democrats in Congress, I should say, refused to attend Trump's inauguration in 2016 because they denied the legitimacy of Trump's election in 2016. Yet they are all still on Twitter. Not a single one of them has been banned from Twitter. Not a single one. Twitter goes on to say, the use of the words American patriots to describe some of his supporters is also being interpreted as support for those committing violent acts at the U.S. Capitol. That's right. Remember, Twitter banned Trump for using the phrase American patriots. The mention of his supporters having a giant voice long into the future and that they will not be disrespected or treated unfairly in any way, shape, or form is being interpreted as further indication that President Trump does not plan to facilitate an orderly transition. As such, our determination is that the 2 tweets above are likely to inspire others to replicate the violent acts that took place on January 6th, and that there are multiple indicators that they're being received and understood as encouragement to do so. It's totally insane. Twitter was totally insane. They didn't make any allegation that Trump incited violence or that he was responsible for what happened. They just invented this absolutely wackadoodle conspiracy that some people might interpret what Trump said, not in the way that Trump intended it, not the literal way that the words that he used, but maybe some misinterpretation and Trump was responsible. So preemptively, they're going to ban Trump. Like, what?